When you're on Section 8, they give you a time limit to find something. So this was the only thing I could have found in my time limit.
Ask residents at the Harmony Apartments why they moved in, and you'll usually get a similar response.
It was a place to stay. It wasn't really what I wanted, but it was like last minute.
The complex was built in 2019. At the ribbon cutting, developers boasted alongside politicians and local leaders the Harmony would live up to its name, provide tenants with services and support. But ask those who actually lived there.
They want to come in here and tell these people lies, sell them dreams, give them false hope.
Sheree Curry realized that the second she moved into the Harmony.
The handle on a refrigerator was broken, the drawer was broken, the toilet tissue holder was broken. You know, they give you the checklist or whatever, so you go through the apartment and check it. The checklist was like filled, like I had to take a separate piece of paper and just write.
Curry says on move-in day, she didn't even have a toilet seat in her unit.
I never lived like this.
Advocate Maisha Thompson picked up on the same thing.
I've worked with quite a few families over there. I've met with more than half of the tenants over there.
The carpet is terrible.
And immediately I noticed the pattern of what was being reported.
This is disgusting.
Since it first opened a little over 5 years ago, the Harmony Apartments has been the subject of 43 complaints to the city's building inspector. In one report, an inspector writes that management, quote, tends to make excuses more than producing results.
That's the door to the wash.
They should not be living with mold.
Every time it rains, that's what I gotta go to.
They should not be living in a space where the door is not the right size. The windows aren't placed correctly. They can't use their washer and dryer. It's in their lease.
Residents say those official complaints are in addition to the many backlogged maintenance requests at the property.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? I'm telling you, I need a toilet seat. Well, we don't have no maintenance person.
Frustrated and desperate, Curry broke into the maintenance room at the complex and took the toilet seat herself. That landed her an eviction notice and a felony charge.
I got tired of living in that situation, so yes, I did. I really did. And it wasn't intentional, like, oh, I'm finna break in here and I'm finna take this. I never broken anything a day in my life.
But as Curry was questioned by police, she says criminal activity on the property went unaddressed by management.
It got worse. It got worse. The gunshots, kids not being able to come outside, play like kids play, bullet holes everywhere.
In 2023, police were called to the Harmony Apartments more than 450 times. That includes 2 murders on the property that happened just months apart last year. One of the victims was Alicia Grant's 20-year-old son, Devon.
My son got killed 2 months later as I moved in.
After his death, Grant started speaking up about issues at the complex. She believes that led property management and Royal Capital to retaliate against her and others like Curry.
They scared of me. And if you have a black woman that lost a child and she coming on the news and keep talking about what she need help with, I would think y'all would came and be like, well, let me call her and we can all sit down at this table and see what we can do together and not let her do it on her own. But they were scared of that.
They get rid of the voices over here because we stand strong.
After the shootings, Grant and Curry say they started coming home to notices and fines often.
I go out of town, I come back, I get a 5-day notice.
I got like 20 eviction notices, for loud music.
If it's really retaliation, that's illegal.
David Spare oversees the UW-Madison Law School's eviction defense clinic.
The question is, if it wasn't for the retaliation, would they be filing an eviction for that other thing, or would they say, that's not such a big deal? Like, there's 50 other people who've done that same thing. They didn't get anything, but all of a sudden I am. Then there you go. You got proof.
Royal Capital denied my repeated requests for an on-camera interview, but did respond to my question about retaliation against Curry and Grant. Quote, please refer to the felony charges for Sheree Curry. This is one of several incidents at the property regarding Curry. Under the terms of her lease, she was issued a 30-day notice. She was scheduled to move out on October 20th, but upon request, we extended the courtesy for her to move out on October 31st, end quote. The felony charges they're referring to there have to do with the toilet seat incident. On Grant, they added, quote, separately, leaseholders are responsible for their guest, and this is clearly stated in the lease agreement. A guest of Grant committed crimes at the property. Please refer to MPD for more information. They did not address other residents' concerns about retaliation. Sparrow says the threat of eviction is especially real for those on Section 8 vouchers like Grant and Curry.
An eviction on your record is really harmful. If you're living in a Section 8 unit and you get evicted from that unit, then you can't get back on Section 8.
For Grant and Curry, that could easily mean homelessness.
My anxiety is through the roof. My depression is up. I got to stay busy to stop myself from crying.
I haven't slept. I haven't sat down. I haven't did nothing. Like, I'm just up, like, trying to figure out where me and my kids gonna go. We don't have nobody door we can knock on to, like, go live with. We don't have that.
For Fox 47 News at 9, I'm Braden Ross.